You know, sometimes in real estate you win and other times you learn. And with my last client, it was a huge learning experience. I would have loved to just make a fat commission, but instead I learned a ton. And to cut a long story short, I worked with a lady that was very nice, very pleasant, but I felt her expectations of me was to be on call 24/7, was to do a lot of work and not really realize how much work goes behind something. You know, like getting a contractor out to a property to view it. It sounds like, oh, I make one quick call and a contractor's out there. And when in fact, it takes a lot of work finding the right contractors, seeing what the schedule is, begging them to come out without a charge or without like a guaranteed, without any sort of fee or anything like that to come out. And the biggest thing I learned is you gotta manage your clients' expectations and you gotta create boundaries. Now I know a lot of realtors, real estate agents, they'll make buyers sign these exclusive buyer agreements, which I'm not opposed to. I know there's pros and cons to it. A lot of buyers wouldn't want to do that. They want to establish a relationship first. But at the same time, you want to make sure that your time is used as valuable as possible. And so, you know, that's something that I would do next time, because I was working, I was on call basically 24/7, answering emails at 6 o'clock in the morning and then as late as 10:30 at night. And even though it doesn't take that much time to answer an email, when you can't turn off of work, it sucks. It sucks to not be able to say, you know what, it's 6 p.m., 7 p.m., I'm not worrying about this. I'm off until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. And I know in real estate, it's tough to have a life and a career and it not mix at all. You know, a lot of times you're having dinner with your friends while also calling back a client. But my learning experience is that's not for me. I like working with investors that it's purely about the numbers, that respect boundaries, that only if an emergency arises will they contact me outside of hours. So going forward, I would have an agreement, not necessarily an exclusive buyer's broker agreement. Perhaps, maybe I would, but either way, the big point is outlining how I operate, my expectations of them and their expectations of me, in terms of when I expect them to respond, in which way do I expect them to respond, what I would need from them in terms of, let's say, financing, need the proof of income before any of this, something that lays it out, but also shows that I will be here for this time to this time. Anything emergency will be after this, or contact me this way. But laying it out. And if I lose clients that way, that's fine. But I also keep sanity, and I can keep doing this longer. All right. Now you might be different, and you might say, I don't care. I want any client, and there's no limits. They can contact me whenever, because you're really hungry for that work and that paycheck, which is great. But understand that you might get burnt out quickly. You know, when you're having a birthday party or at a friend's house and a client wants you to show them a place ASAP, and you haven't drawn the line in the sand saying, this is how I work, accept it or don't, then they'll feel like they have the right to you 24/7. So I think it's really important at first to show the expectations you have of them and vice versa, so you know what you're getting into and they are as well. And if anything comes up, you could always say, look, this was outlined, this is how I communicate, this is when I communicate, I will do my best, but I also have other arrangements. That's my learning experience this time. I hope to regain my sanity after this long and troubling and crappy transaction has passed. You don't win them all, but you definitely learn. And I've learned to raise my standards of clients and also have the expectations of myself and of them in writing up front, so they know exactly when they can text me, when they can call me, when they can email and expect a response, when the way I operate, and vice versa. So just think about that going forward. Hopefully you haven't had any clients that have abused you, or had you do all this work and then gone with another realtor to make an offer. If so, it does suck, but it's also a learning experience, and you gotta raise your standards, Alright guys, well I hope you've enjoyed, got something out of this, and if you have, please subscribe to my station up here, watch other episodes down there, and good luck on your journey the rest of this year. Let's have a great end to 2017 and crush it in 2018. See you later.